Uh, I just returned from a very beautiful trip down in the USA. Come on, somewhere out there. We went exploring. It was an evangelistic trip, and so we managed to get an opportunity to explore. And I was amazed at the things that I saw. Tall buildings. We saw tall statues. Statue of Liberty. Then we went to Broadway. Come on. Then we went down to Times Square. We saw the beautiful lights. I was amazed. I had never seen anything like it before. And then they took us to the different states in America. We went down to Missouri. Come on, somebody there. Went down to Washington. I was able to take a glance at the White House. And to top off our trip, we went down in the South, the home of Southern gospel music, in Texas. And when we were in Texas, I went to a church, a black church. I got to fellowship with the good people of God. And as we were fellowshipping, they then started to tell me about this holiday called Juneteenth. It happens every year in June 19th. The story is told that Abraham Lincoln had sent a proclamation in 1863 freeing all the slaves. But some way, somehow, the news did not reach the slaves in Texas. And so then the slaves did not know that they were free. And because they had no idea that they had been freed, they continued to work as slaves. And it was only 2 years later, in 1865, that the message finally reached the saints of God that they had been freed. And so when they received the message, they then dropped their shackles and they then became or experienced the freedom that they had already been given. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. They did not know that they were free. And so they could not enjoy the freedom because they had no idea that they had been given this freedom. What a shame it is to be set free yet continuing to live like a slave. Some of us are still living as slaves to sin while Christ has given us the freedom. Some of us are still slaves to guilt, slaves to our past sins, slaves to addiction, slaves to our past hurt and traumas, slaves to things that God has already given us the freedom from. And so I'm here to tell you today that you don't have to live like a slave. Christ has already paid the price for freedom, for your freedom. So let go of your shackles. Let go of your shackles. Christ has broken you free. And to those of us who have experienced the freedom, we have a duty and a responsibility to tell others that they too have been set free. See, there's something enjoyable or amazing of living in freedom, not tied to anything. And so, others today have not yet gotten that experience because they do not know that Christ has given the freedom that they need and desire. So tell them, let the news reach their ears so that they too can receive the joy and experience the freedom that is found in Jesus. I just want you to remember that if the Son has set you free, you are free.